Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another session of Midweek Chatter with Wonder Girls. I'm Mabel.
Hello, I'm Cheryl. Hope everybody is keeping well as we enter into our third week of circuit breaker. I'm
Yeah.
supposed to say this with a lot of jazz until our Prime Minister dashed all my hope yesterday.
Well, four more weeks of extension. No, really no
So,
joke.
no
Yeah.
joke, including this current third week as well as the fourth week. Imagine we still have 6 more weeks to go in
Yes,
this lockdown.
indeed. But hanging there, I'm sure we can do it. It's until 1st June. Keep positive, stay positive, keep yourself
Yeah,
busy at home. Yeah,
yeah. I know no matter what, we will definitely be able to pull through this.
for sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
So if you are new to Travel Wonder, please allow me the next 30 seconds to introduce ourselves. So Travel Wonder is a licensed online and offline travel company that specializes in active holidays. So if you are looking for vacations in cycling, hiking, or running, please consider to join one of our trips in the future. We can also plan other types of vacations, for example, like romantic getaways, rest and relaxation trips, or even family fun trips. So when you are ready, do consider us.
Yes,
So today our theme is Italy. Am I right?
yes, that's right. Both of
So
our favorite European country.
yes, yes, it's really if there is any chance that I will want to go back to Europe again, Italy will probably be the top preferred destination.
Yes, same for me.
So is our friend already here, our Italian friend?
Yes, yes, he's here. I'm gonna invite him online.
Okay, so to our viewers, is Italy also one of your favorite country? Tell us in the comments below.
Hello, Giacomo.
Hello,
Welcome.
good morning. Thank you
Good
to everyone
morning.
the guest. I'm delighted to be live in Singapore. I think we're in Singapore. Hello, Singapore. Um, I'm really happy to share my beautiful country with you today.
I'm sure our viewers are very excited to hear more from you as well.
Yes,
Of course.
buongiorno Giacomo.
Buongiorno, buongiorno. Come stai?
Yeah. Okay. So now I shall sit back, leave you both to talk, to chat, to tell us more about Italy. Like we say, it's our favorite destination. I'm sure there are a lot of other parts of Italy that we have not known. So we are waiting, very eager for you to share. So to our
Yeah.
audience, um, feel free to share. Oh, sorry, I need to switch off our microphone on the Facebook Live. So to our audience, please like, comment, and share. And then we will respond to you. If you have any questions to ask Giacomo, please feel free to put it in the comments and we'll ask it for you on your behalf later on. So back to you, Mabel.
Okay, see you later, Cheryl.
See you. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao,
Ciao.
Sharon.
Okay, Giacomo. So
How
nice
are
to
you?
see you. I'm good. It's been
Good.
years since I last saw you in person. So are you
Yes.
currently now in Italy, and which part of Italy are you in?
Okay. I was born and raised in Sicily, which is an island in the south
Mm-hmm.
of Italy, but now I'm living in Umbria. And Umbria
Wow.
is a little enclave, is a little region, landlocked, no sea, but we have a lake, and is in between those two most beautiful cities in Italy, Rome and Florence. So I am halfway. I'm 150 kilometers north of Rome and 160 kilometers south of Florence, and it's 70% is forest, is green, and so we call the green lung, the green heart of Italy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's beautiful. You know, everything is slow. It's like La Dolce Vita. Small towns, not so many people, no crowds, no queue, no traffic, good air. You know, paradise. It's even.
Yeah, it sounds like the ideal place for me. If I think of some place I like to retire, this is exactly where I imagine myself staying,
Yeah.
Umbria, with all the relaxing lifestyle that you have over here. To our audience, I mean, just to introduce, Giacomo and I used to be ex-colleague at my previous employment, and I saw him a couple of times when he came to Singapore during travel fairs. Giacomo, would you like to share more about what you do as your profession?
Yes, I'm a travel director for Trafalgar. Trafalgar is part of the TTC, which is a corporation, the travel corporation. We have many brands, and Trafalgar is one of them. We have Inside Vacation, we have ATC in Australia, we have many other companies, Contiki. I work for Trafalgar already from 2006, and I am a travel director. So I conduct trips in Italy, but also in Europe sometimes. My region, of course, is Italy. So my
Yeah.
specialty, my core, it's Italy. And I welcome all the time wonderful guests from all over the world that are deciding to come and visit my country and also part of Europe.
Nice. It's always such a joy to see you share about what you do because you share with so much passion. By the way, Travel Wonder is one of the authorized travel agents for Trafalgar. So do not hesitate to let us know if you are considering to book a trip when you are ready to travel. Giacomo, tell me more. What motivates you to keep you going at your job? It's not easy being a travel director, to be honest. So what keeps you going after so many years?
You know, to be honest with you, I love to be with people. I think I have a call. I won't be with people. I won't share story experience with people. I won't hear story experience from other people. For me, it's a source of information, a source of knowledge. And the most enjoyable thing for me is when I see in the eyes of the guest the happiness, when they see a positive surprise, when they reach a place where they never been before, when they are so happy and they come to me and say, "Thank you, we had a wonderful day." You know, sharing my passion, sharing my country, sharing all the stories inside my country, the history, the trivias, the foods, the
Mm,
tradition is the most beautiful thing for me because I love my country and I am kind of an ambassador. And so
yeah.
for me, it's beautiful to be with people and sharing that and make people happy. So it's a joy.
I mean, the one thing about what's most memorable about my trip to Italy many years back is meeting the local guides and also the tour director. You know, they bring the story of Italy to life. You can really feel as if because Italy is so full of history. So when they tell the story, the past, it really makes me feel like I'm being brought back to the medieval times. It must have been hard for you then with the current COVID-19 situation since Italy went into lockdown and tourists are no longer allowed. So, what are you doing to occupy your time now?
You know, it's you need a lot of discipline and you need a lot of positivity. And what I'm doing, I'm evolving myself. I'm doing some courses online. My company Trafalgar is outsourcing some courses,
That's good.
keeping us busy to
Mm-hmm.
evolve, to play a much better role in the future. I'm doing exercise like every humans. You know, for me, exercising my physical condition is really important because you know Roman used to say um, the brain and the physical they are together and they have to be connected. So you
Yeah.
know I have my day every day. I've got my courses. I read a lot. I cook. I drink wine. I love red wine. And you know, I'm talking and Skyping and then FaceTimes with friends all around the world. I'm looking on social medias, like everyone, you know. But you know, it's important that you keep busy and you keep sane
Yeah.
because you know, lockdown it's really hard. To be honest, we have to be honest. It's not an easy things. We all want smell life, you know. I can't wait. I put the other day on social media in my page funny things that I'm rushing into the gates because you know it's my most beautiful desire that I won't go and travel because you know travel is the most important and beautiful things. It's an investment in life.
It's true. Yeah, investment in life, investment in happiness, in health, you know.
Yes.
Okay, Giacomo, before I ask you more about Italy, I would like to ask our audience, when you think of Italy, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Let us know in the comments. Okay, Giacomo, back to you. Speaking of Italy, most people will know about the major cities like Rome, Florence, Venice, Milan, just to name a few. Where else in Italy do you think is worth visiting, but is never on the traveler's list?
You know, living in Umbria and coming from a Sicilian background, I would choose those two regions, Umbria and Sicily. Umbria, as I said before, because you said as well in your presentation, it's a place where you touch with your hands the history.
Mm,
In some villages, look like you go back into the Middle Ages times. Everything is slow. The traditions are amazingly here still. They're making every day fresh pasta in every home. They have a veggie garden. They make their own wine. So it's a mix of local speciality, local traditions, and beautiful kept and restored small town, hilltop town villages. So you find historical, you find traditions, you find great food. Here is, for example, is the place of the truffle. No crowds because it's a little bit off the beaten track. You know, of course, Assisi, which is one of the most famous city in Umbria, is famous because of St. Francis. But where I live is called Spello. It's also beautiful, and you have many hilltop town, not big but small in Umbria, and they are completely surrounded by olive grove. You know, so olive is also a
nice.
big production of extra virgin olive oil. So it's completely immersed in the nature and full of traditions, full of amazing food, full of amazing locals. And it's not far from Rome and not far from Florence. So it's a wonderful opportunity for a day escape or for a few days, you know, because you will be astonished about the landscape, the nature, as I said, the food, and also the wine, because they have also wonderful wine. Sicily, on the other hand, Sicily for me has been a junction of civilization. It's an island. It's
Mm-hmm.
still really, really undiscovered, even though in the last years a lot of people are discovering Sicily. But Sicily, you see, has been so amazingly changed by all those civilizations, the Normans,
Mm.
the Arabs, the French, the Spain, the Greeks. You know, we have the best preserved Greeks temple in the world, and no one knows. Of course,
Okay.
everyone is going to Greece because we have the Parthenon, we have Athens is beautiful, the islands, but Sicily has the most beautiful temples, Greek temples, because the Greeks, even before the Roman arrived in Sicily, they established there, they loved it, and they formed a huge colony. So you have many traces of Greeks, Roman, Normans, and all is you find back in the architecture, in the culture, in the food. And the food, don't talk about the food, the Sicilian food is just just out the world. You know, imagine if you go there, you will gain easily a couple of kilos because the
Oh
Swiss
no.
cannoli, the cassata, the colors of Sicily, the citrus of Sicily. You know, it's a beautiful book, Midnight in Sicily, that is a little bit giving you an idea of this God bless country because it's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's a really suggestion for me. I will advise everyone to go and see Sicily because it's a really special island.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of food, out of curiosity, what is one Italian dish you like and why do you like it so much? But before you share, I also like to know from our audience, what Italian dish is your favorite? So let us know in the comments, because we are curious to know about your own knowledge of Italian cuisine and what do you like. Okay, so Giacomo, you've been talking so much about food. You're making me hungry now too. So what is one Italian dish that you like and why do you like it so much?
Oh, my favorite things is fish. You know, growing up in Sicily, I grew up on fish. You know, I love fish, and for me, the fish you should be cooking in the most simple way because we say in
Mm.
Sicily you still have to smell the seawater. And
Ah,
you
okay.
smell the seawater when the fish is fresh. So how you smell the fish, not covering with sauces. So we cook our fish in the most simple way, and I love the recipes, and I'm happy to share with you. I love the fish cooked, as we say in Italian, al sale, with the salt. You have to have rock
Okay.
salt, not fine salt, rock salt, big salt. And it's so
Mm-hmm.
simple. You just buy the whole fish, can be red snapper, white snapper, a small tuna, and you just clean inside and you put all the veggies inside, the celery, the onions, the garlic, the ginger, the lemon, and you put it on a tray. Before you put on the tray, you put a bed of salt, rock salt, then you put your fish, and then you completely cover with rock salt. So you need 2-3 packets of 500 grams of rock salt,
Okay.
and then you put in the oven. Depending of the size of the fish, maybe if it's 1 kilo, for 30-40 minutes. If it's a little bit more, you have to think about 1 hour cooking in the oven, about 180 centigrades. And
Yep.
you know, when it's finished, why I love this way? Because inside this salt kind of tombs, the fish is cooking in a kind of way that is steamed. So
Mm.
everything, the flavors, the juice will remain inside. So when you open your oven and you put out your tray, you will be
Yeah.
surprised because the salt will be like cement. So you need the
Oh,
scalp
okay.
open, but once you open, the fish is cooking inside still, and it's not been dried, because you know one of the dangers when you cook fish is that it's dry. This
Yes,
is
that's true.
absolutely full of moisture, and
Oh.
all the veggies got inside. A little bit of salt enter inside the skin of the fish, and it's the most beautiful and tasteful way to cook your fish. Yeah. The other dish I love is pasta alle vongole. Is is pasta with clams, and we
Okay.
make it really simple way. We wash before. We wash all the clams. We put in the water for at least a couple of hours because they release a lot of sand and salt.
Mm-hmm.
You have to
Yeah.
do it, and then we cook a really simple. We put in the pan olive oil, garlic, a lot of parsley, a little bit of ginger and chili pepper. Yes, chili pads. And then we saute for at least 5-10 minutes with the lid on top, because in this way the clams will be open. Because if they are not
Okay.
open, they're not good.
Yeah.
And so the sauce is ready after 7-8 minutes. You got your sauce of clams. Then you just have to cook your pasta. The best pasta to go with the clams is linguine, which is a flattening
Mm.
spaghetti. Linguine
Yep.
with vongole is the best. it's
Wow. I think
so
you just gave
it's
us lots of idea what to cook from home,
I love
for the
it.
next 1 or 2 weeks, we can experiment since now we have more time at home to try all these
Yes,
new recipes that you just shared with us.
we all experiment at the time. We all experiment.
Yes. So I also like, because just now you mentioned about Italian wines. In to a lot of people, Burgundy and Bordeaux in France is known to produce some of the world's best wines. And how does Italian wine compare to them? And do you have any Italian wine rivals that is close enough to compare with them?
It's funny that you ask me that, because it's been always a friendly war between Italy and France. Who is the best country in wine, and we are both of those countries are the biggest producer of wine. You know that France has wonderful wine, and Italy as well. They got the Bordeaux, the Burgundy. We have the main grapes in Italy is the Sangiovese. The Sangiovese is everywhere, but of course, every region has got its own autochthon wine grapes variety. What I like a variety of grapes that is coming from the northeast, northwest of the country, which is the region is called Piedimonte region, Piemonte, which
Mm,
is right underneath France, if you want to look on the maps of Italy. And for me, it's the best grape variety in all Italy. And the grape variety is called Nebbiolo, if you want to write down Nebbiolo. And
Nebbiolo.
Oh, it's, from the Nebbiolo, you make three, four wine that, in my opinion, are one of the best wine that I ever drunk. And the first one is the Barolo,
Mm-hmm.
Barolo. The second one is the Barbaresco,
Okay.
and the third one is the Sfursat. Sfursat is made with a special way. They even sun dried the grape skin in the sun, and they re-put again in the wine. It's a long way, and it's a little bit more expensive. But once you taste his wine, it's out of the world. So Nebbiolo is one of my favorite grape variety in Italy.
Nebbiolo. Okay, I'll
Yes,
keep that in mind. Not too sure whether we can find that in Singapore. I'll have to go and do some research
I'm
on
sure
it.
that you can find. Yes.
Okay, yeah. All right. Is there something you like us to always remember Italy for? Maybe can also share like maybe there's some classic Italian songs or anything
Yeah.
in general.
Now, for me, one thing that's I could never forget about Italian, even from an Italian point of view, is the smiles.
Yeah.
We always smiling, and we always welcoming people with a warm hearts. Wherever you go in Italy, people will be more than happy to welcome you. Sometimes they even open their house for you, even if they don't know. So the easy way to approach of an Italian for me is what I could mark as being an Italian. And we go
Mm-hmm.
through life, through difficulty with the always in positive side. And so if I have to answer in short word, the smiles. We're smiling a lot. And that I think is one of the most important things in life, smiling.
That's true.
Secondly, I love a song that's coming from the past, and the author of the song is called Gino Paoli,
Okay.
and the song name is Senza Fine and has a beautiful melody. It's from the 60s. I know that a lot of people love Volare, which is maybe the most famous Italian song, also from the 60s, but I love the romanticism of this song, Senza Fine, from Gino Paoli, because
Okay.
it has really nice lyrics. And it's
Yep.
talking about love, it's talking about romanticism. We're all dreaming a little bit. The Italian are dreamers. The Italian are butterflies. So we love romanticism. We're romantic. So this song is beautiful.
So senza fine,
Senza fine, which means without end, which is beautiful. you know
without hand. Okay.
yeah,
What this
love
is
without you know
love
we
without
all
hand.
Yes, we all dream about that. Love without ends, life without ends,
Oh, without ends. Okay. Wow.
senza, senza fine. Fine is
Senza
end.
fine.
Yeah,
Okay, I will go YouTube, search the song link, and then share with our
beautiful.
audience. You know?
I
Yeah.
love it.
Because
It's beautiful.
Volare, yes, it's what you say, it's a very popular Italian song. Cheryl was telling me that if you go to any Italian restaurant, you'll definitely hear that song being
Of
played.
course. And now
Yeah,
with Andrea Bocelli and with those three beautiful tenors, Il Volo,
yeah.
we all have also the classics, that became a little bit more towards everyone. And Bocelli, have you seen the last performance in the Duomo of
Oh,
Milan?
yes. Oh my God, it's so
Grace
touching.
was so
Oh,
beautiful.
amazing. It's really amazing. Yeah. I have goosebumps just looking at the video, listening to his voice. He sang it with so much heart. Yeah.
You know, he's a beautiful man. He's doing a lot of charities. He's
Mm,
helping everyone. It's a wonderful man. Positive attitude. You see, is how you have to go through the world. Of course, he's fortunate, but on the other hand, he's blind. So it's a wonderful person.
yeah. Yeah. I think he is like what you describe Italians to be.
Yes,
He has all the qualities that you
the
described
attitudes.
earlier on. Yeah.
Positives. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. I think it's time for me to invite Cheryl online to see whether there's any questions from our audience. Just give me a second.
Hello, I'm back.
Oh, yes, welcome back.
Yes, definitely. There's a lot of questions and even comments and compliments. Okay,
Oh,
let me
okay.
go through them one by one. Here we
All
have a
right.
compliment for Mabel. It's from
Oh,
Robin. Robin says, "Your lipstick is very red, huh?"
I applied many layers today.
And Fiona says what she thinks of Italy, the food. Robin, Chianti wine.
I get you.
Yeah, and then of course Italian gelato
Yes, of
Oh,
course.
from Fiona. Yes.
Yeah.
And Shan said thin crispy pizza.
A crispy pizza. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And then
Margherita.
yeah, and then what destination do they think of about Italy? Lake Como from Robin, and then
nice.
Inter Milan Football Club.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a
Shan,
supporter as well.
yeah, and from Shan, lemoncello drink.
Oh, yeah, that's a very nice drink. I like that a
Yes,
lot.
Yes.
yes. And okay, Fiona has a question from Giacomo here. How many days should I spend on Sicily for a first-time visitor?
Okay, Fiona. At least, in my opinion, at least a little bit more than a week because Sicily is big. It's almost the same size like Ireland.
Mhm.
So I will go for at least 8 9 days. So a little bit longer. We have an international airport in Sicily. Is Catania Airport, and from many major city in Europe you can fly to Catania. Or you can go to Rome, and then you got Alitalia that has flights, also the low cost airlines, every day, at least 4 or 5 a day. And from Catania is the best airport to arrive because Catania is a little bit more centrally located. And so 7 8 days, 9 days are the best. Yes.
Okay, and then we have from Keller, Margherita Pizza is what she reminds of Italy.
Yes, Margherita Pizza is maybe our queen of the pizzas because it's how we invented the pizza in Naples. It
Mm.
was the color of Italy, which was red of tomato, white of the mozzarella, and green from the basil. So it's
Mm,
our pizza that we love it. And on the margherita, you can add some other different ingredients, but the margherita is our basic pizza. Yeah.
from your explanation about the food just now, how do you make the fish? You're getting all of us so hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, here is still morning. Here is at 10 o'clock. I am already hungry as well.
We have a request from Robin. Robin asked Giacomo to please mail him a Prada.
Oh, okay. I'm not. I'm living no far away from the headquarters of Prada. It's in Montevarchi, which is only 1 hour away from where I live. It's and also where I live is a really huge area where they make the best shoes in the world. Italian, Spanish are famous for shoes, huh?
Yes.
So it's also
Yeah.
not far away where they have this huge area and the knowledge about shoes making.
Mhm.
It's an art. It's almost made by hands. It's the
Wow.
beautiful.
Wow, I can't wait to visit Italy again.
Yeah.
We have a question from Kalin here. Mabel, you may want to take this. Any
Okay.
chance of a Sicily trip in future?
Oh yes, with Trafalgar we operate three trip. One is Sicily and Italy, and two are completely dedicated to Sicily. So ask Mabel, which I'm sure they have the brochure. We have brand new tours in Sicily. It's called Colors of Sicily, and it's beautiful. So I really highly recommend it to go and see the brochure because we have wonderful itineraries.
Oh, yes. And also on top of what we have for Trafalgar, Sicily is such a beautiful island as shared by
Ah,
Giacomo that, we definitely will look into including that into our calendar of actions in the
Yes, maybe
future.
maybe a
yeah.
walking tour, a walking
Yes.
trip, a hiking trip.
Yes,
Yes.
we have that. We have an excursion in the Mount Etna in the volcano. It's an
Mm.
amazing because you're going really close to the crater. The good side, because And it's amazing mountain. Is the biggest volcano in Europe, and it's 3,500 meter high and beautiful. And the view from up there is amazing.
Yeah, I
And we
can
got an
imagine.
excursion in Syracuse, which is the Greek city, where you see
Uh-huh.
the Greek amphitheater. It's a beautiful design itinerary. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now we have already two voters asking for Giacomo to do a virtual cooking lesson. Are you game for that?
I would love to. You organize and we do it. We
Okay.
organize.
Okay.
Okay,
Good.
sure.
Good. Good.
We ask
Good.
Trafalgar to make the itinerary, and I would be delighted. I will love it. My first life I had a restaurant, so I'm
Oh,
not a chef by trading, but I learn a lot and I cook. I love to cook. Yeah, so I will happily cooking for you guys.
Yes.
If,
Yeah.
if you come, we 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 go to the markets, we do the food hunt, and we cook and we drink.
Yes.
yeah.
A prosecco will be good.
Prosecco, yeah, as a starter.
Yes. Yes. So perhaps before we are able to go over to Italy, we can do a virtual cooking class on the
Yeah.
platform here on Facebook Live. I think that will get everybody so excited.
I will export you the ingredients if you don't have.
Yes, yes, we have a lot of cooks. In fact, we have a lot of cooks. And over these 3 weeks, every Facebook post you go, you see a lot of budding chefs, bakers, all
Yeah.
spouting. Yeah, and then Robin is ready to sign up for a tour. So Mabel, please send him an invoice after this session.
Okay, sure. More than happy to.
Uh, great,
Uh,
great.
yeah,
Uh, we need a little bit of positivism. This
definitely.
time, most of the people are a little bit sad, and it's no way to be sad, because we have such an huge things to look forward,
Mm.
how we're going to experience again new destination. We have a list. I'm sure that the bucket list is even bigger now, huh?
Yes, yes. In fact,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
And May here says, "Hello, Giacomo. Lovely to see you again. Keep safe and well."
Hello, May. Thank you.
Yeah, and then so we have two sales done. Fiona says Sicily shall be on her next travel bucket list. Mabel
Okay.
invoice.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let me see. Where else? Yeah. So we are sure to go to Sicily and with Giacomo be our trip director.
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah, and with Mabel being the trip facilitator.
I'll be
That's
more than
that's
happy.
that's in the pipeline coming soon. Okay, so that's about it.
Okay, thank you, thank you. It was a pleasure. It's always a wonderful opportunity to share things. We are almost done with our lockdown in Italy. I think we finish on the 4th of May, after 2 months, and the
Mm-hmm.
country can't wait to smell life again. Well, that's. And so we will start slowly to get back on trial, huh? And I
Mm.
hope as soon as possible, as soon as it's safe, to see all of you in Italy, in my country, and to hoping to share with you all my beautiful passions and food experience and travel experience.
Tell us about it. We want to smell life again.
Yes, correct. We can't wait on our
Yeah,
end.
we can't wait. So before we go, I'd like to share with you about our virtual travel talk this Friday that is happening on Facebook Live at 10 p.m., 10 o'clock in the evening. We will be
Okay,
talking about cycling in Kota Tinggi as well as Malacca in Malaysia. So do remember
fantastic.
to tune in.
Okay, I will. And
Yes,
thank you for the invitation.
yes,
And God bless you. Have
yes,
a wonderful week. Huh?
yep. And
It's,
also next week, we are getting
and,
another of your colleague to come on board. That's Pete Mihan from the UK. So Pete will be
oh,
on board here to share with us about Velo in Europe. That is a
wonderful.
bicycle. We are going cycling in Europe next week.
Beautiful.
Yes.
A
So this,
great experience.
yes, it's
Yeah.
going to be a great experience. I've done it in Switzerland, and I know the whole of Europe. The cycling network is very well done. It's like you
Yeah.
can cycle across Europe from the east to the west, from the north to the south, or through dedicated bike lanes and bike paths.
Especially in
Yes.
Holland.
Oh,
Holland
okay.
and then
Yes. Yeah. So this session will be rebroadcast and you can find it on our Facebook page later. So if you have enjoyed today's chatter, please don't forget to give us a like. Continue to comment. We will answer them one by one later on. And also feel free to share.
Yes,
thank
indeed.
you.
And before we log off, shall the three of us just take a group photo together?
Okay.
Smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you so
Okay, so
much.
thank you. Thank you,
Thank you, everybody.
everyone. Thank you,
For watching.
Giacomo. Ciao.
Bye bye. Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.